Alright guys, welcome back to our Aquaponics weekly update. Today is June 27th and just wanted to give an update on our aquaponics systems. So last week we talked about cutting back some of this lettuce, and as you can see there is quite a bit gone. The stuff that's left is some of the smaller pieces. So I will insert a picture here. So that's the lettuce that we harvested from last week. So you can see some of these little pieces. I'm going to see if this will grow back, but I don't know if it will or not. But we're going to see. It's kind of hot here now, so it might not grow back. We do have a few green beans still growing, surviving so far. And so that's this update on this small bed. Again, the lettuce was a little bitter. We read a couple of ways that we could help with the bitterness, so I think the next round that I cut, I'm going to rinse off, and then it said immediately put it into ice cold water for a couple minutes, and then rinse it off again, and then do it again, and that should bring some of the bitterness out of it. But a lot of people also said that when it gets hot and as the lettuce gets more mature, it gets bitter. So maybe it'd be better if I just cut it now. But anyways, so we're going to try the ice bath method and see if that works on this next round. All right, let's go take a look at our fish. All right, we're back. This is our small fish tank. You guys saw last week we put this cover on. And remember last week you couldn't even see into this water at all. It was so cloudy. But that's just the difference that this cover made from blocking some of the sun, and that algae just cleared right up. So we actually have the opposite problem now. So we are leaving this cover off for the next couple of days to see if we could build some algae back up. And that seems counterintuitive since we just put the cover on there to get rid of it. But as we know from a few weeks ago, we have the baby fish. And I think that's some of what the baby fish are eating. So I don't want to completely get rid of their source of food. But if you guys can see, I think we counted at least 4 babies in here earlier in the week or this morning. So let's see if we can find any to give you guys an update. Alright guys, it's going to be really hard to see because these babies are dark. Okay, is the one on the rocks again? I've just seen it for a couple seconds. They like to live around this cinder block over here, so that's where they were this morning. And there's the parents. There it is. There it is. See it? Little tiny. Anyways, there are at least 4 in here about that size. So, but they are dark, so it's kind of hard to see them. But they're maybe an inch long. Every day they keep growing bigger. So, yeah, I guess I'll include that in the weeks coming up on our update to see how the baby fish are doing. So I'm not sure at what point they turn orange or what, but I'll do some research. I'll see what I can find this week. But that's this update for this one. Let's go take a look at our big systems. Alright, we're back at the big system. So I just want to give you guys just an overall look of how this system's looking right now. So remember, this was, sorry, that's our dog, Lexi. This was just 3 small twigs, basically, of a plant that I had pulled out of the ground of overflown tomato seeds. So this is what it looks like now. I'll zoom in on some of the tomatoes. But we've got our fish tank. This is our swirl filter, that bucket on top. So basically that allows the water to filter out some of the heavy solids from the poop from the fish. And then we utilize just some of the cleaner water that filters down into the beds to feed into the plants. So, and this is the other bed. So you can see, kind of hard to tell, but there are tomatoes here and cucumbers on this back side. And then don't forget, down here are more overflow tomato plants. And the ones that you see out here are actually originating from what's underneath the tank or the beds. Because everything that was right here is what I pulled out to plant right here. So these things are thriving. We're going to have so many tomatoes soon. But let's take a look at the tomatoes on this plant. All right, so here's some of the tomatoes on this first plant on the right hand side of the bed. Kevin asked me what I think these are. I guess that they're cherry tomatoes. They're not really getting any bigger than like this size. So that's what I would guess they are. With a few miscellaneous ones still growing, and plenty of flowers. So there's flowers there. There's flowers over here. So this plant is definitely thriving. Seems to be doing really well. Let's take a look at over here. So I don't actually see any tomatoes growing down here yet, but there are plenty of flowers. So maybe in the next couple weeks we'll start to have some tomatoes down here. I am interested to see if they'll taste any different than the ones that are growing in the aquaponics system, because these are frankly just in the soil. They haven't had any special care, nothing. You don't even water them, so the only water they get is from rain. All right, so let's take a look at these. So you guys can see cucumbers. So we actually have a few cucumbers over here. That big one. There's another one over there. That's pretty much all the cucumbers that are growing there right now. We did pollinate a few, but I don't know if they're going to take off, but I haven't really seen too many yet. This is our beefsteak tomato plant. Still no tomatoes, although it does have some flowers now. That's new from this week. And our cherry tomato plant definitely has lots of tomatoes on it. And same as this one on the right hand side, these are pretty big tomatoes. Just waiting for them to start turning red. And I know they're going to be good because they were so good last year. But we have still plenty of flowers on here. And yeah, more tomatoes growing down here as well. So let's take a look at the cucumber plant. So this is the cucumber plant. You can see it now goes all the way to the ground with flowers. And it's now getting close to intermingling with this tomato plant, so I have to watch that. But I don't think there were. There was one that we pollinated earlier this week. I don't know if that's going to take off. Usually takes at least 48 hours for you to see if it's actually going to start growing anything. Well, there's one growing there. So this is the cucumber plants. And remember, the one on this side of the bed is the one that we bought and added, and then the one on the other side that actually has the two cucumbers on it is the one that we started from seeds. So they're doing really well. I'm happy with the progress of these. So soon we'll have a few cucumbers and lots of tomatoes, I have a feeling. Let's take a look at the... All right, our fish still seem to be doing well. No real updates. We didn't have any major disasters in water this week, so that's good. Water's still super clear in here. So I'm really happy about that. That means that the fish are supplying more than enough nutrients for the plants, clearly, because they're out of control. But, and the fish seem really happy. They haven't had any issues and come up to eat, and then they go back down. So thankfully they're able to stay cool enough in this heat that they're able to survive. So that's our update for the week. And so happy you guys came back. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe here and leave us a comment if you have any questions. If not, I look forward to seeing you guys again next week. And have a great week and have a great 4th. That'll be the next update. Thanks, guys. Bye.